What's up everybody, welcome back to UREC's kitchen. Today I'll be teaching you how to make the best breakfast taco you've ever had. What I found really helpful over the past couple years is planning out the timing of my meal. So for instance, today we're going to be making hash browns out of potatoes, and that takes a lot longer than, let's say, scrambling eggs. This is important when you're cooking any meal to plan out exactly how long everything's going to take. As you can see, I just wrote down on a post-it note exactly what order I'm going to be cooking in today. So let's get started. Okay, so hash browns take the longest, so that's what we're going to start with. Now, normally I would suggest using a grater to make the perfect hash brown, but unfortunately my house back home doesn't have one, so I will be using a knife today. I also got out a bowl for the scraps. I'm going to start by peeling a potato. Now I have a peeled potato. Again, this step would be much easier with the potato peeler, but today we're stuck with the knife. The potatoes are peeled, we can go ahead and make hash browns. An alternative to a white potato would be using a sweet potato. I actually prefer sweet potatoes, but with everything going on, I just wanted to use what I had at home. So the trick to making hash browns is getting really thin slices with your potatoes. About 1/8 of an inch. You're cutting up the potato into slices. You're going to want to continue cutting until you have nice strips that resemble hash browns. What it should look like when it's all cut up. Next, we're going to put the potatoes into a bowl of cold water. Now, this might sound weird, but it actually helps remove the starch and will let your potatoes cook a lot better. These potatoes soak for about 5 minutes and clean up my mess. I always like to clean up as I go while I'm cooking, that way at the end all I have to do is enjoy my meal. Once your potatoes are done soaking, they will have kind of a milky look to the water. And so what we're going to do is we're going to strain our potatoes using a strainer and just a larger bowl. That the potatoes are fully rinsed, we're going to get out some paper towels and just lay out the potatoes and let them dry. The drier they are, the better they will cook. Today, as you saw, I used 2 potatoes. I would say about a small potato equals 1 serving of hash browns, and so when you're making these breakfast tacos at your home, I would estimate how many people you have in the house and then get a potato for each. So today it's just me and my brother, so I only use 2 potatoes. And I'm going to let these sit here for about another 5 minutes. Like I said earlier, timing is everything, so while our potatoes are drying, we're going to go ahead and get the pan ready. You're going to need about 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil and a little wad of butter. You basically want enough oil and butter to cover the bottom of the pan. This helps give the potatoes that golden brown crisp look. Just a quick tip for you guys, you always want to put the pan on the stove with the handle facing away from you. If the handle is facing over here, I could walk by and knock it over, or just, it could be a catastrophe. So you always want to have the pan facing away from you. So you're just going to heat up the oil and butter over medium heat and go back and check on your potatoes. Now that potatoes are all dry, we're going to go ahead and put them in. Try to spread them out evenly so they can all cook properly. We're actually going to go ahead and cover our hash browns for about 5 minutes. You're going to want to cook these hash browns on medium to medium-high heat. As you can see, we have that nice golden brown peeking through, and that's when we know it's time to flip. You guys already know we're all about timing here, so while our hash browns are cooking, we're going to go ahead and crack the eggs. I'm making 3 tacos today, and I would suggest about 2 eggs per taco. Now, of course, this step is completely optional, but I like to add some oat milk into my egg mixture. This just kind of thickens it up and adds some extra protein. Now, of course, you can use any kind of milk for this. I just prefer oat milk as it's easier on my stomach. Now you're going to go ahead and take a fork and just mix together the eggs until it's a nice smooth texture. Now that our potatoes are nice and crispy, we're going to go ahead and put them back on some paper towels to kind of let the oil soak out. Now I like my hash browns really crispy, but if that's not your style, then just let them cook for a little bit less time. Next up is the bacon. It comes in a pack like this, and about 2 slices per person is a serving. So since we're making 2 servings today, we're going to use 4 slices. Just another quick tip, the bacon does continue to get crispier as it is out of the microwave, so I'm just going to let it sit to the side as we move on to our eggs. Alright, now it's time for the eggs, so we're going to go ahead and take our egg mixture that we mixed earlier and go ahead and put it in the pan, again over about medium to medium-high heat. As it cooks, we're going to take our spatula and kind of just stir it around. We do this to keep the moisture in the eggs, that way you don't end up with dry, flaky eggs. No one likes those. Once your eggs get to about this texture, you're going to start wanting to add your cheese. You can choose any kind of cheese you'd like. I prefer to go with this Mexican blend of cheese, and I even got the fancy kind. Just going to want to sprinkle about a handful of cheese on your eggs. Now this is when I go ahead and add some spices. I like to add some garlic powder, regular pepper, and then some seasoned salt. Once your eggs are done, you're going to want to move them off the burner so that they don't continue to cook while you warm up your tortillas. I'm going to put them in another pan and cook them over low to medium heat. I like to add a little bit of butter to each side, that way it gets a little bit crispier. Okay, now that everything's done, it's time to make our taco. I'm going to take one of our tortillas, grab some of our egg mixture, the hash browns, and top it off with bacon. Hold it all up, and there you have it, the best breakfast taco ever. Now if you decide to copy this recipe, go ahead and take a picture and send it into UREC so we can repost it on our story. I mean, just look how good those look. I'm so excited about this.